Hey guys, Henry here, back at you once again with some more Path of Exile 2 news, and this is regarding the new content update for 0.2.0. Once again, as they do every week or so, the devs have released some new teaser footage just to get us kind of excited for the new update coming out later this month on the 20th or 21st, something like that. We're only about, what, 2 weeks away? 2 days? I think it's like 2 weeks and like 2 days remaining, so it's going to be the longest 2 weeks of my life. But it seems like we've got leaked a few, not leaked, but teased a few new things regarding the new updates. So let's just go right into it. We have to keep the big changes coming to Path of Exile 2 under wraps for now, but here's a few new teasers for what you can expect to see in content update 0.2.0. Check them out below! Exclamation point. Content update 0.2.0 will have new Ascendancy classes. Okay, so keyword classes, so it's more than one, which makes sense because as you already know, or those who maybe not know, as of right now in the early access version of POE 2, of the 6 classes in the game, there are only 2 Ascendancies for each. There's supposed to be actually 3 total for every character. So right now, we're only at 2 each, but they're going to give us more. So I don't know if they'll give us all 3 for each of the classes currently in the game, but classes does imply, new Ascending classes does imply that we're going to get at least more than one new Ascendancy, which is nice. Here's the illustration for one of them. I wonder what this guy specializes in. Countless wars have left you with skills somewhat resembling a decent officer. Alright, so let's get a nice little zoom in action on here. So we have what seems to be the mercenary. It's very obvious by the crossbow here. We see him wearing, decent armor. And he's kind of pointing in the direction here. Kind of almost looks like he's telling this guy what to do. So I immediately get he's like a commander or a captain or someone of some type of high-ranking officer that's like telling guys, like giving orders. And I also noticed that there's a bit of what I believe it seems to be a ballista. I know that currently the mercenary has the ability to summon ballista totems to like kind of shoot giant arrows into the sky and they come back down the enemy. So yeah, this seems to be some type of officer class, which gets me excited. Maybe you can just straight up summon like a dude to help you out. That'd be kind of cool. Almost like minions, but like, like live people and stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this can do. And yeah, it's a nice piece. I really like the way it's drawn. It looks really nice. It definitely fits the theme of the game. The next thing that they teased was a couple of new uniques, just like in my last video regarding this new update. They'd also released 2 other uniques, and feel free to check that out at the link below or in the top left. I'll link it up there. So first off, we have the Prism Guardian, which is a Sectarian Crest Shield with a 25% block chance, armor and energy shield, percentage increase to armor and energy shield, with plus to dexterity, 18 to all res, and the last one, which is the most important, of course, is +1 to maximum spirit per 50 maximum life. This is an interesting one. You can definitely build, especially on the strength side of the tree, a lot of health with all the strength that you can get. So this might be very useful on, warrior or something like that. Or maybe if you want to build a hybrid off-meta type of witch, blood mage who, needs to get a lot of health and can get over-healing so they can build a lot more health as well. You could probably do something like that for more minions. But now that I'm thinking about it, this may be a slight little teaser or introduction to the Templar. The Templar is a half intellect, half strength character, which definitely, would definitely make sense to take advantage of spirit with all like the buffs and auras and all that stuff they have in PoE 1. So maybe this is their way of teasing the Templar, which I hope to God it is. I really would love to play the Templar in this game. It'd be really nice to have a new class finally. I've played one of every character, so to have something new would definitely keep it fresh and more interesting. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so the next item that we have here is the Deepest Tower. It's a Spirit Bone Crown. It has armor and energy shield as well. Percent increase. Increase to max life. Increase to chaos res, which is really nice to have. And here it says, enemies in your presence count as being on low life. Now, last time I checked, presence counted as 4 meters. That's the distance between you, the enemy, and you can be a max of 4 meters to be considered present. And count as being on low life. There isn't very many low life passive skill nodes on the tree. I do remember seeing one that gives you something like 100 and something increased damage to enemies that are on low life, but you also take 5% increased damage yourself when you're on full life or low life or something like that. I'll find it. I'll post a picture of it on the screen. But there isn't very many low life nodes that are that useful. I'm guessing this is most likely something that is going to work well with another unique. So if you have another unique, which I can't think off the top of my head right now, I can't memorize all the uniques. But if there is another unique out there that relates to being on low life, maybe this is something that would pair really nicely with it. But again, interesting little concept. I don't see it being super useful, but who knows? Maybe someone will come up with a crazy build. You know how it is with the community; they always come up with insane ideas. And lastly, we have at the very bottom a new addition to the skill tree for the Atlas. So content update 0.2.0 has a lot of improvements to the endgame coming, including improvements and new choices for the Atlas passive skill tree. So I'm already really liking this because, in my opinion, the priority should be the endgame, not the campaign right now. Campaign's nice, but what's going to keep people playing the game for those hundreds and hundreds of hours is the endgame when it comes to mapping and using your waystones, etc. And having a nice passive Atlas skill tree is great because right now I feel like, you know how like on the skill tree you have like your different skill trees for the different mechanics like Breach, Delirium, the bosses, the Arbiter of Ass. I call him the Arbiter of Ass because he's a dick. But the Arbiter of Ash, we have Expedition, stuff like that, and those are really nice to have. But I feel like the main big one in the center is not very impactful or meaningful. It's like small little things. So I feel like with this new addition here on the bottom left, it's definitely going to make you think twice before you really commit to a choice. And hopefully, just as was with POE 1, hopefully they'll add in more loadouts for the skill tree so that you can switch up the skill tree depending on what you need when you want to juice your maps or juice very specific content when you want to, really farm that loot. But so far, I'm very excited for these new changes. Again, I'm being teased, so, it's always nice to see new stuff. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for what you've seen so far? Or you guys have any particular class that you want to play or Ascendancy ideas that you guys have come up with, on your own? And how do you feel about the new uniques? Do you think they're useful or not so good? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.